that we have changed the command of Jesus from go and make disciples to go and be disciples. Because that's kind of what it feels like. As I talk to people and I ask people, are you making disciples who can make disciples? And they'll say, what got into you? You know, that's kind of what they say. What's your problem? I'm just asking a question. And they'll say, well, I hope so. You know, I try. I live a good life. I'm nice to people. I love people. I serve in the church. Okay, that's good. That's great. Love one another. Abide in the Word. Live a good moral life. Be radically committed to Jesus. But the command to go and make disciples was not go and be a disciple in the world. The command was go and make disciples who can make disciples. And if we've changed it to go and be disciples, then we're deceiving ourselves. If we think that by merely living a godly life, we are going to somehow by osmosis make disciples. You don't make disciples that way. You make disciples by going and making disciples, preaching the gospel, seeing faith, and then teaching them this is what it looks like. A simple, biblical, transferable plan. The other reason we don't do it is because it isn't simple. How many of you, when you think discipleship, you think, okay, that's for super Christians to make other super Christians? How many of you, honestly, that's what you think of when you think of discipleship? That's not for me. That's for Pastor Wes. You know, he went to school and everything. You think complexity. Complexity is probably one of the major reasons why we don't make disciples who can make disciples. But do you know, if you think complexity, if you think, every time you think of discipleship, then we wrongly define discipleship. Because what Jesus did and what he empowered his disciples to do was not complex. Jesus chose simple, blue-collar, uneducated fishermen to use a simple process to make disciples, and they did it. If our vision of discipleship, if what we do when we make disciples is too complex for an uneducated fisherman to do it, then we're doing it wrong. The plan's got to be simple. The model's got to be simple. It's got to be biblical. It's got to be transferable. So simple that anybody can do it. But whatever we do, we can't do nothing. Jesus was never content to simply allow his followers to follow him as spectators. He was always empowering them to do what he would be doing. And the crazy thing is, Jesus said, not only will you do the things that I'm doing, greater things than these will you do. Why? Because you have the Holy Spirit living in you. So if you're a Christian, you need to know that the Spirit that turned the world upside down in the book of Acts is alive in you.